Hey Cassidy, Micah Collins here. I spoke with Taylor the other day about getting this video over to you, and I apologize. I'm in my home office shooting it, so if there's some noise, I do apologize forward for that. But essentially, this is the three things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any of y'all's time. So now I probably bet you're wondering, well, Michael, why are you doing this and what's in it for me? Well, the truth is that oftentimes in the world of the internet, most of these local business owners are simply too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. So, Cassidy, I've found that by giving people an easy, free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business for free, it results in some of those local business owners still at the end raising their hands and being like, you know what, Micah, I like you. Why don't you just do this for me? So Cassidy, if by the end of this video you like what you've heard and you can see that I have a whole lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help impact your business, just shoot me a quick message and we can chat. Or if simply you want to take this free attack plan and do these things yourself, I'm totally cool with that. Whatever's best for your business. All right, so now let me show you the three things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of y'all's time or mine. All right, so hopping right in head first, the first thing I want to go with you today is your content. So now most business owners know that they need content, but don't realize that Google likes to see average about 1,000 to 1,500 words for roofing businesses in the Tulsa area. That's what we see as the average. Right now, you're sitting at about 400 words, taking away the reviews. It's pretty much 400 words, and you don't really have much as far as keywords, which we'll get into. As we'll look at as contrast as A-best roofing, as we know they're dominating, but I'll just use them for the purposes of this video. If we look at their content, they have a lot more high quality content than you guys have, and that is one of the reasons that's keeping them ahead of you in the online game. Okay, the second thing is your keyword. So if we hop over to this tool I use, it's called Ahrefs. It runs at about a couple $100 a month, but it gives me behind the scenes of every single thing that Google looks at. It's a really great tool. But I can see that you have 90 organic keywords, okay, that you're being found for. If we go look at what's driving your traffic to your website, we can see that you're being found for things like roofing companies Tulsa. So let me backtrack for just a moment. For instance, a keyword is like, whenever somebody's sitting there and say I need my roof replaced, and I look up roofer in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or if I have a roofing leak, I look up roof repair Tulsa, Oklahoma. Those are keywords that people are searching up every single month for roofing companies. So that is what this is all about. So you are being found for roofing companies Tulsa, which is a 500 search volume, great keyword, but you're only getting 26 of those people on your website because you're on the second page. Okay, so NuRoof, we're just going to skip that because you would get those anyways because they're looking for your business. Roofing contractor Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's searched 150 times a month. You're only getting 14 people because you're on the sixth position. So you don't have amazing positioning, not terrible. You're getting found for a lot of good things, but you're not really getting high up in the organic section. And that is because you do not have these certain keywords naturally throughout your content. It would really help boost it. You had these keywords naturally throughout your content, and you had about 1,500 words to your home page. As we can see, A-Best is doing very well. If we hop over to A-Best Roofing, excuse me, I don't know why that clicked out. All right. If we look at A-Best Roofing, if we plug them into Ahrefs, we can see that they're getting found for 363 organic keywords, driving 3.1 thousand people on their website every single month. You can imagine how many calls that translates to. If we go over to keywords, we can scroll down and see exactly what people are finding them for. So, for instance, they're getting found for roof repair Tulsa, 450 search volume, 162 of those people end up on their website because they're on the first position online. Roofing companies Tulsa, 500 search volume. 156 of those people end up on their website because they are on the second position. We're going to skip this one because it's not local. Tulsa Roofing Companies, 250 or 250. 93 of those people end up on their website because they're on the second position. You can see how powerful having your website dialed in really drives a whole lot of people there, and not just any people. These people are looking for roofing companies' services. Okay. So if we just take one of these and let's just pretend for a moment that we're a customer, okay? Roofing companies Tulsa. Let's just type this into Google, okay? The first thing we can see is the ads section. So we know the ads can be good, dude, but the problem is that they can really be a money pit if you aren't careful. If you don't get your landing page dialed in, if you don't get your strategy dialed in, they can really burn through a whole lot of cash. And they're not the best bang for your buck overall because only 10 to 20% statistically of people looking for roofing companies end up on the ad section. The rest of the 80% actually go down further, as we will see. Now, 44% end up on this map pack, and this brings me to the second thing I wanted to speak with y'all today, and that is what we call citations, okay? So if we look at, for instance, A-Best Roofing, we're just using them for the purposes of this video, but we can see their name, their address, and their phone number listed right here on Google. That is what we call the NAP, or the NAP, okay? And why this matters is because that's how Google verifies relevance to you, that you're not just some fly-by-night business, you're not just Joe Blows Roofing down the street. They want to put reputable companies up here on the map pack. You're probably thinking, Michael, what the heck is this all about? How does this have anything to do with getting me on the top of this? I thought it was just reviews. Well, I'm glad you asked that because today's your lucky day. I'm going to show you now. Don't take this for design tips. We just put this together real quick as a little graph to explain the purposes of this video. So, as we can see, Google places Bing, Yelp, Merchant Circle, Switchboard, Yellow Book, Matchpoint, Yellow USA, the BBB. These are all citations, okay? You might know them as directories, all right? So what Google is doing, they're looking all over the internet and all these different directories or citations, trying to find local businesses that they can trust, all right? So the more of these that you have your name, your address, and your phone number listed consistently on, the more Google will trust you and therefore rank you higher in the map pack. So we can see that A-Best is really dominating just from having experience in this field. They probably have about 400 of these, I'm guessing. So you would need about 5 to 600 of them to completely dominate them in the Tulsa area. Extremely doable. This takes time to do it, okay? Now, this isn't to say that reviews don't matter. They definitely matter and still get the reviews. Those are a huge factor. But the citations, a lot of guys don't realize that citations are more important than reviews. As you can see sometimes, not in this example, but in a lot of examples, you will 100% see like a slower one like Arrowhead Roofing above A-Best Roofing, even though they have more reviews than them. And if you keep on getting more of these good reviews on your website and your Google listing, and you start getting more citations than them, you will 100% dominate them on the map pack. There's just no way, hands down. And actually, 44% statistically of all the people end up on this map pack. So it's a great place to be. All right, now scrolling down to the third thing I wanted to speak with you today, Cassidy, and that is what we call backlinks. It has everything to do with this organic section. So a lot of guys are saying that this section's dead. All right, well, that's just not the truth. It couldn't be further from the truth because 10 to 20% go here. 44% statistically, 40 to 44 end up here. Then the rest end up on the top 3 right here, and especially that top position. Only like 3% go down here, the second page. So you want to get higher than where you're at. See NuRoof right there? You definitely want to get higher into that top 3, especially that top 1 position. I'll show you how it's actually doable in today's market. So as you can see, this is a place that you really want to be, but to get here, you need authority, okay? And to get this authority with Google, you need what we call backlinks. So without boring you to death, essentially what a backlink is like when website A points to website B, site A is giving site B some of its power or link juice or like a vote of confidence in site B's favor. And the more relevant that website A is pointing to site B, the more powerful that link is, okay? So let me try to visualize it for you right now. You get like a local blog or a roofing blog, industry site, anything like that that has to do with your type of business pointing to your website, then that's awesome. There's a lot of power and relevance there, okay? But if you get a link from Pizza Hut because you did a job from them, well, Google doesn't really care because you don't sell pepperonis, right? You build roofs, so there's no correlation there. All right, hopping back over to Ahrefs, we can see that you have 396 backlinks pushing to your website, okay? But we're not just going to look at the backlinks today. We're going to look at the referring domains because those are really the telltale sign of how many backlinks you really have that are actually matter to Google. Okay, so you have 177 referring domains driving 395 people to your website every single month. Not bad. It's not terrible at all. It's actually pretty good, but it's not dominating at all. It's not what it could be in the Tulsa area. Let me just put it that way. You could be doing a lot more here in the Tulsa area. As we can see, if we pull up A Best Roofing, they have 206 referring domains, not that much more than you, but they're getting 3.1 thousand people on their website every single month like clockwork. And this is, again, partially to do with their content games, more dialed in than you. Yours isn't terrible, but you need to have about that 1,500 word mark, really start hitting those blogs a little bit more and also get the right keywords naturally throughout your content. And then number two is they're getting more high quality backlinks than you are. You're getting some spammy ones. You're getting some lower quality. Not all are spammy, I'd say, but you're definitely getting some lower quality one. And also, whoever's doing your backlinking, I don't mean to spill bad news, but they're looking over here, the anchor text is not dialed in by no means. I mean, this is great to have your domain as that, but Metal Roofing Tulsa, Oklahoma, to have that many referring domains as like a keyword or roof repairs Tulsa, Oklahoma, or roofer Tulsa, that's playing it risky. I'll just put it that way. I've been in this game long enough to know that is not something you usually want to do because Google will penalize you. You want to have those anchor text on your links, but you do not want them that much because Google will see it as unnatural and spammy and they will kick your butt. So again, Cassidy, you want more of these high quality backlinks, get that anchor text a little figured out, and you can just shoot me a quick message and I can explain more about the anchor text and linking in that way. But essentially, right now, I'm going to show you exactly how to go get a backlink like this for yourself, boots on the ground. We just get ahrefs.com. You can just pay a couple $100 a month for this. It's not really that much money, but if you pay for that and you get abestrroofing.com right here in the search bar, you can just click on that backlink section. And then you can scroll down and see every single backlink that your competition has. And you can go get every single one by one and get them for yourself, no problem. All right, just scrolling down and clicking a random backlink for the purposes of this video. This brings us to this other website and it has ABest listed right here. But if we click on here, we can see that their name is actually a link. When you click it, it's a backlink that pushes right back to ABest website. Okay, so that's what's pushing power to their website. How to get this for yourself? Super simple. You see that add your business? A lot of these are like this. You just click add your business, put in your business information, and boom, you will have that backlink for yourself. And Cassidy, all you have to do is go through all of these different backlinks and get them one by one for yourself. Just go down the line. And there's no way that you cannot beat A Best Roofing on the Google game. All right, Cassidy. So hopefully you can see by now that getting you to the top on Google and getting more of these roofing calls, it's not magic, especially in the slow seasons. It's not magic. It's just a method, and I've shown you that method here today. All right, Cassidy. And just to recap, number one was your content. You want to have 1,500 to 2,000 words of high quality content on your homepage with the right keywords naturally throughout. And number two was your citations. You want to have about 300 to 500 of those to sufficiently beat out A Best Roofing in the map pack. And number three was your backlinks. You have more relevant websites pointing to you guys than somebody like A Best or T Town Roofing has, so you can sufficiently start dominating in the Tulsa area. And if you implement these strategies today, you can 100% dominate them online. All right, Cassidy, and now you're probably thinking, well, what now, Micah? Well, the truth is, you can either take this information I provided you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that, whatever's best for you. But if you want the most fast and effective route and you want the insider knowledge, you can just give me a quick call at 918-260-1694. Again, my name is Micah Collins. That's 918-260-1694. Hey, Cassidy, I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a good one.